Good evening, everybody out there in the internet world. Welcome to the show. Tonight we got some basketball, we got some baseball. We go talk a little bit of Serena. Y'all ready? We ready. Let's get it going.
Shine through.
Welcome to the All Sports Matter Show podcast, whatever you want to call it. I am your host, JB. Go ahead and like, follow, share with all your people out there in the internet world. We're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. Yep, we're on Instagram sometime, I think. And we're on YouTube. Tonight, we will be talking about some good old sports. And we go delve into the NFC West. We got a special guest on the hill with us tonight. So let me bring the fellas in. Fellas, we got Mr. Two Belts. He gonna jump on here with me. I got Robbie Ocean. I guess I don't know what's happening with this guy. He's a different guy every year, and I thought I was the actor. Every week he's a different guy.
I come in every week, coming in hot, baby.
Then we got Mr. Poppy Shiraz Ortiz, bringing him in.
I'm the only one that actually came from an ocean.
There you go. I don't understand. Y'all know he was gone last week, and the Yankees was undefeated while he was gone, and he came back and they immediately lost. I just want to point that out, y'all. Is he the curse? We don't know. It's just like the Bambino curse. And we got a special guest tonight coming all the way from San Francisco by way of Texas. Give it up.
By way of Arkansas.
Arkansas. He live in Texas right now, fellas. He live in Texas. That's all I know. But Arkansas and Texas is the same place as far as I'm concerned. Y'all can hate on me if you want to. Put it in the comments. I don't care. But give it up.
New Orleans and LA, we get it.
New Orleans and LA, they almost the same. Almost. Only one rains all the time and one never rains. So it's different. Give it up, everybody, for Mr. Tito Thomas. He in here representing for the San Francisco 49ers.
What it do? I just want all y'all to know this in my fantasy leagues. I hate all of y'all equally.
That's fine.
Equally. Just straight across the board.
That's fine. I need
want
everybody out there to know.
Hey,
the reason he hate us so much is because every year, every last one of us whip him. So just don't even worry about it. The only person
he hate me because I won his fantasy league 4 years out of 8.
The only person in his house that can beat everybody consistently is his wife. I don't know why.
Oh, boss.
We're
gonna talk about that shit later, but you a lie.
So let's jump right into it. First, let's talk about Mr. RJ Barrett out there in the New York Knickerbockers atmosphere. He went ahead and he signed him a 4-year, up to $120 million extension. How you feel about this, Amir?
Let me go back a couple months. We all know that the Knicks included RJ Barrett in their trade or their quest for Donovan Mitchell. I know we're going to talk about that here in a little bit as well. But RJ Barrett he carried the Knicks last year. So like I said, I'm kind of torn about the trade. I'm kind of torn about the money. If you go to give Brunson 32, 33, whatever they gave Brunson, RJ Barrett played just as much. They would have given away money, and they have it to give since they were unsuccessful signing big free agents. I'm kind of okay giving it to RJ Barrett for 3 seasons. So it doesn't necessarily bother me as much. I do believe he earned it. If we want to go back in time just a little bit, I told everybody that Zion wasn't the number 1 pick that year. RJ Barrett should have been. Or RJ Barrett should have went before Zion. I said that season. So and he had a rough rookie year, but the last 2 seasons he picked it up. So I'm okay with them giving the money.
What say the rest of you fellas? How y'all feel about RJ Barrett getting his bag?
I ain't against the man getting paid. Get that money, guy.
Yeah, he's one of them that I don't have a problem with getting his money, man. He's tough. He's been playing real tough for them. He's a real good player. They can build around. So yeah, but the amount of money that the New York Knicks have spent for players is astronomical. Between him, Julius Randle, and what's his name, Brunson, that came from Dallas. They're over $300 million in contract. So it's going to be interesting to see how they work this out.
I'd really like to see where they printing his money at, and would like to ask the New York Knickerbockers for a loan that I'm not going to pay back. I'm not going to pay it back, but I would like for y'all to send me some money. Thank y'all, New York Knickerbockers, because y'all printing money off. Y'all in the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know where y'all getting it from, but y'all doing
the Lakers spent more. What are you talking about?
Speak knowledge.
The Lakers got way more spent.
But the Lakers made the playoffs.
LeBron and Russell Westbrook right there.
But the Lakers made the playoffs.
Firstly, sir, we not talking about the West Coast right now. We talking about that later. Let's continue to stand.
That's different money. They must be behind or something, but they got way more out there.
They have different money on the West Coast. It's different money. It's a different pay scale. It's a different scale. It don't average out to the same apparently. Fleck, what you think about it? How you feel about RJ getting his money?
Get paid, young man. Get paid. I ain't mad at him. I'm glad Amir cleared that whole RJ Barrett should have been the first pick and not Zion, because you forgot about who went number 2, Mr. Ja Morant.
Yeah, Ja Morant.
Glad he cleared that one up real quick.
Ja Morant is,
but yeah, I'm not against RJ getting his money. I think ultimately the Knicks not getting Donovan Mitchell was better for them. As much grief as I give Amir about them not getting him, I think them not getting him set them up better for their future, because they was about to give up, everything but the New York Knicks name,
right,
to get him. And yeah, they were gonna suck either way, but
I mean they might have gave up the name too. We don't know, but that's a perfect segue into where we going next. Donovan Mitchell is in a new place. He is no longer a member of the Utah Jazz, as much as Dwayne Wade might hate it. He has been traded to Cleveland. So does that drop the Jazz in y'all's opinions? Does that drop the Jazz out of, well, not out of playoff contention totally, but from where they once were down to low?
I mean, they were going into a rebuild either way, with or without Donovan Mitchell. They were going into a rebuild. Yeah. So and you lose somebody the caliber of a Donovan Mitchell, I mean, you're gonna go even further now. So, yeah.
So do you think they don't make the playoffs?
No, I don't.
They do not. You don't trade a Rudy Gobert and a Donovan Mitchell in the same offseason and get better. It's unheard of.
What they did was set themselves up better for the future.
Yeah,
they got 13 draft picks between now and I think like 26.
OKC
round picks.
Them and OKC have set themselves up for a nice future.
Exactly. The next 3 drafts is just gonna be them two going back and forth. Like, I'm gonna take him. I got him.
Pretty much.
Nobody else gonna be
at some point, there's only what 12 roster spots in the NBA?
15.
Yeah. 15.
At some point, you're gonna have to package those and trade them for you're not gonna be able to draft 13 players and keep all of them.
You can put them on your the G League team.
Yeah, you're not picking. Well, I guess you can, but I don't see them.
I don't foresee.
I don't see them making all of those picks. Yeah. Just like I don't see OKC making all those picks. At some point, they're going to package them together for a player.
Mm-hmm.
But it sets them up for that possibility, though.
I get that. This guy over here playing Super Tecmo Bowl. How you feel about the trade, Tito Thomas?
Well, let me ask you this: how far would the Cleveland Cavaliers go?
I think they're Eastern Conference contenders at this point. They were in the playoffs last year without him.
And they just got better. So
they were in the playoffs last year without him. So
they still got a young nucleus.
They gave up nobody that was a part of their future plans anyway.
Right.
Colin Sexton, he was gone either way it went. They just were able to package him in that deal and sign with the sign and trade. Hey, we're gonna get you a little bit more money than we were gonna give you.
Right.
So how fast is it gonna take LeBron to try to go there?
I don't think Cleveland. I don't think LeBron goes back to Cleveland.
It just depends on where Bronny go.
I don't think they want that distraction at this point. I don't, because everywhere that LeBron has went, the youth leaves. I don't think
everybody away.
I don't think he's going to Cleveland. I don't think he's going to be going back to Cleveland before his career is over.
But he might want to finish his career there.
And
I don't see that.
That's the end of the
I don't see them. Yeah, I don't see it.
Like I said, I think it's wherever Bronny ends up, because he signed that 2-year extension with the Lakers. That's going to give him just enough time for Bronny to get into the league. So wherever Bronny ends up getting drafted, that's where LeBron's going.
Well, now he's saying that he wants to play with Bryce too.
I mean,
play with both.
And Bryce comes out in 2026.
Yeah, I'm about to say Bryce 2 years after he not going to make.
Tom Brady is giving the hope of an athlete staying active. And if anybody in basketball can do it, we all know LeBron can.
I was about to say, and that's the thing. It's not like LeBron is a shell of himself. Right. Dude is still probably the best player in the NBA at this
LeBron
point.
spends 7 figures a year on body health and maintenance.
7
figures.
And let's not forget, they still do load management in the NBA. So
they do. So
if there's a game where it's not going to be any benefit for LeBron to play,
right,
LeBron's not going to play.
I think he stays healthy. He keeps playing, honestly. Yeah. And to get back to the other question, yes, the Cavaliers did make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Yes, they did get better by picking up Mitchell over Sexton, but they still don't have the depth. So they still playoff worthy. The only question is, can they make it out of the first round? So we got to see how Cleveland goes from there.
So let's see. Michael Hayden said second round, maybe. Bet said he ain't going to still be playing when Bryce comes up. I don't know, Betts. I think he can. I mean, that's what, 4 years from now?
It's 4. Well,
I mean, dude, still have to get 30 points a game. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's not like he's not.
It's not unheard of.
You know what I mean? The Lakers gave away an entire starting five plus some depth for LeBron. Nobody wants to do that for somebody that old. He's the next Tom Brady.
I mean,
did Tom Brady just win the championship though? The Super Bowl?
2 years ago, he did it. We'll see what he does.
And he can clear this up, but I think he meant that he's still playing at a high level at that age.
Right. And it remains to be seen. I don't foresee LeBron trying to go over there just to play with them. He already brought a championship to Cleveland, so he doesn't necessarily need to come back. The people aren't hating him this time. They aren't burning his jerseys and stuff. So I think he should be good. But if that's where one of his sons go and he has the opportunity to go over there and play with him, I don't see him not jumping at that opportunity.
I'm gonna say this about Bronny, and I really think people need to start thinking about this. LeBron's one regret in life is that he never played for Ohio State. And they are hot on the trail for Bronny. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw something recently where they literally extended a scholarship to Bryce for Ohio State as well. So I would not be shocked if Bronny or Bryce or both end up going to Ohio State.
All right. Now let me ask you this question.
It depends on hold on before you. It depends for that right there depends on if the NBA does away with the one and done before Bryce gets ready to come out. I don't think it'll be done. I don't think it'll be done in a way before Bronny gets ready to come out. But
I thought they already did it.
No, you still have to go to school for a year.
You
have to be 1 year removed from your graduating high school.
Right.
So you can go G-League or you play in that D-League, G-League, whatever they create.
Right.
Or you can go to college for a year.
So let me ask you this, Rob. So he gets out, Bronny gets out, goes to the G League. You still have one that has the opportunity to go to college, and you still have the opportunity to possibly play with one of your sons. Do you manipulate it that way, or do you try to have both of your sons go to college?
LeBron, to me, he gives me the perception of a person who will do what's best for his kids and what they want to do and what they would see. So I don't think he'll try to manipulate anything, but he will be abreast of what happens. And if one of his sons says, "Hey, Dad, I want to go play for," say Bronny says, I'm getting looked at by the Sacramento Kings. Guess what? The Sacramento Kings about to get LeBron James as well.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be surprised if he said he was getting looked at by the Sacramento Kings. Bron told him to take his ass to school.
Right. Like Ohio State is right up the street, right? I'll
be real quick with this one. From what I learned from Space Jam 2, okay, Bryce want to go to college, and he's the LiAngelo Ball of that family. I don't know if he's ready to play basketball like LaMelo and the other Ball kid. Yeah,
Bryce Maximus.
So we don't know. We don't know what his skills is yet. So
we know about Bryce. I don't know if you didn't see the Drew League. I think it was Drew League they were playing in. Whatever league they were playing in this summer. Bryce is different. Bryce is real different. He's taller. His handles are better. His range is better. Yep. Bryce is a problem.
The younger son, for whatever reason, it has been better when it comes to the balls, the Jameses. The younger son has been better for whatever reason, and maybe it's because they watched both.
But again, like we said last week, though, if a team thinks that they got a chance to get Bron by drafting Bronny, they're going to do it.
Absolutely.
Whether he's a top-notch prospect or not, they want Bron.
Right.
They just want
if they take them taking Bronny to get Bron, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
They just want him to say he's entering.
You're going to see them in Indiana.
Exactly. And I'm not going to talk about Indiana. But speaking of going to college, need to congratulate Stephen Curry on graduating from Davidson University and being inducted into their Hall of Fame. He went ahead and did that. He finished what he started, and you love to see it. You want to see everybody who start college finish it, and he did it. So congratulations to him.
Retired his jersey too. They retired his number there too.
I mean that should go without saying. They should have retired that jersey a long time ago.
You're the one that ever came out of Davidson, right? And did something.
Yeah, I don't know anybody else that came out of Davidson.
That's the only person
the Drew brothers. Do you know anybody else that came out of Davidson?
Yeah, Davidson had the Drew brothers. Bryce Drew. Yeah, they had the Drew brothers, but they're obviously not as nowhere near.
I don't feel like they did anything significant.
The Drew brothers, Bryce Drew, and them short white guys that can shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not about. Hey,
they didn't count.
Hey.
I'm talking about you can't. No.
All shooters matter.
All shooters matter.
Aaron Hernandez don't. No, never mind.
Did they come out of Davidson?
Oh, it's too soon.
It's too soon. Florida struggling.
Oh,
came out of Florida. He said Florida struggling. Yeah. But
that's me ignoring y'all.
All shooters, you hating on us? That's messed up. All shooters do matter.
Hey, the Drews didn't come out of Davidson.
Where they came out of, sir?
Didn't they go to Valparaiso?
That's where they came from. They did come to Valparaiso. I'm almost positive too.
I'm staying here like, wait a minute, that don't even sound right.
You the statistician. You supposed to know this, sir.
That's your job, sir.
I'm statistician on Pride and Passion Baseball Talk.
I'm not doing this with you today. Let's go ahead and switch it. Since you said baseball talk, let's go ahead and switch it, right? So Aaron Judge, he talked about it last night. He talked about it last night. Aaron Judge has been hitting home runs like crazy. He about to break a record. And I personally, for one, want him tested because I feel like he is on the steroids. Amir swears that he's not. And that's a debate that goes on behind the scenes. But do y'all think he go break the record? We're not going to talk to Amir because he's going to say yes.
No, we're going to talk to Amir. That's his subject.
That's his subject? Okay. I don't know where Rob went. We're going
to
go
to
Amir for a second. Amir.
I will start by saying the man is 6'7", 230, whatever he is. If I had that body, I'm hitting home runs by accident. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm starting with that. Now, that body and that skill set, he's doing something that has been done since Barry Bonds. Think about it, a 300-plus hitter. Because we've seen power hitters, we also seen guys that strike out 200 times, i.e., like a Giancarlo Stanton. Guy hit 59 home runs and struck out 250 times. Judge is not that guy. So what we're seeing in baseball this year, I'm not saying we haven't seen it before, because we have, but I'm hoping he breaks the record first and foremost, because the American League record is 61. For those that don't know, all the ones that have hit after that has all been National League. Even Sosa got 60-plus home runs. McGuire, and obviously Barry Bonds. So I'm hoping, yes, he breaks the American League record, at least get 61. He's projected to get 64 right now. That's his projection. But it's the pennant chase as well. Then he's not going to pitch to him every time. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for him to get those home runs.
Right. Okay. Anybody else have anything to say on that subject?
I don't think he's getting it. I think like Amir said, I would not pitch to him.
How many more games do they have, Amir?
32. Remember, they still got the 2 weeks in October because the season got pushed back.
So
I think he can get it.
So he needs what? 12.
He needs 10 to tie.
10 to tie, 11 to break it.
Mm-hmm.
In 32 games, I think he can get it.
He might be able to get it, honestly, but I hope
it's feasible.
I wouldn't throw to him. I'm sorry, I would not throw to him.
And that's going to be the thing. Is he going to get pitches that are hittable? Like, I'm not even talking about home run derby pitches. Is he going to get pitches that are hittable that he can drive?
And I mentioned it briefly yesterday. This is the Yankee schedule. They got the Rays this weekend, the Twins early next week, Boston, Brewers, who lead the league, or they tie with the league in ERA with the Dodgers. The Pirates, not good. Boston again, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and then they finished 4 games in Texas. They got the hardest schedule in baseball to finish.
But they also got Boston twice. One of those games, I'm one of those series.
Those are rivalry games. Those are rivalry.
One of those
games.
series is in Boston.
1-1.
Okay, so he has that.
Those are rivalry games.
He's got the Pirates.
2 games.
And he has the Rangers.
Rangers. If he's close, I believe he'll close it out in Texas.
And that's what I was about to say. If he's within 4, how many games do they have in Texas? A 4-game series, you said?
4 games. They finished 4 games in Texas.
If he's 4 or 5 home runs short when they go to Texas, he'll get it.
But it also depends. He's going to get a couple of days off, too. They're going to rest him for the playoffs. Right. So that's going to go against him as well.
But do you think if he's within, 3 to 5 home runs of breaking it, that they would give him that chance to break it?
No. The Yankees has never been an organization to chase stats.
Right.
The Yankees are the old school.
They want to win.
You still got to shave. You still got to cut your hair. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about records. They believe in championships and championships only.
Especially with him being in a contract year, you don't think that they would give him that chance to
No, because guess what? Who owns the record? A New York Yankee. It's still owned by the Yankees. They don't care whether it's Judge or Maris. The Yankees are
they don't care, but what if he cares and that's their way of saying appeasing him to try to get him to sign back?
And you know what? That'll probably be the only reason to keep letting him play for that reason.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But they should have paid him last year, and the Yankees failed on that. That was all on the Yankees. So I believe if he said, I want to break the record, okay, we'll let you break the record.
Right.
Or try to. Anyway.
That's what I was saying.
So where's he
I'll agree with you on that one. I do. Okay. But if you're saying just the Yankees, no, the Yankees don't care about records if the Yankees already have the record.
Right.
Because it stays home regardless.
Right. Okay. And speaking of records, we not gonna talk about the Yankees record in August because we already talked about that. When Amir left, they did something. When he was here, they didn't. So we're not gonna talk about that record. We will talk about
back, though.
Huh?
So I'm not complete curse.
I don't have an answer for that.
They won twice.
Siri don't have an answer for it. She don't know why. None of us know why. But
I was just like, why did Siri come into this?
She came right into the conversation.
Right on time.
Albert Pujols. He's going for another record. How y'all think that's gonna happen? How y'all think that's gonna play out?
I think we talked about this last week. He's 6 short. I don't know. It's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight. That's what I was thinking.
Is he going to play enough to get it? Is my thing.
That's the question.
Especially with St. Louis being in the middle of a pennant race. Is he going to play enough to get it? Because he's a liability in the field, and if he's not hitting home runs, he's not hitting at all.
Right.
So,
my question is, if he's one away and they about to go on the road, do they bench him like the Brewers bench Stan Ross, a.k.a. Bernie Mac, to get his last hit?
Ridiculous.
So when he comes back home, he doesn't get it. He might be Mr. 699.
I still
they better give him every chance that he can
I still stand on him getting it. I think he's gonna get the record.
I hope he gets it because I want to see history. I mean, it's not a record. It's him getting the.
It's not a record. It's not history. It's been done.
It's him getting the.
It's not a record, but it's a milestone. You know.
Right. Yeah. Only.
I mean, I want to see him get it. Yes.
It's on top of my head, but my statistician can back me up. I believe only 3 players in history have hit more than 700. If I remember correctly, it's 715 Babe Ruth, 755 Hank Aaron, and 764 Barry Bonds. So I believe only 3 players in history have hit 700. So that's huge. And again,
A-Rod was talking about coming out of retirement, so Pujols wouldn't catch him at 696.
A-Rod come out of retirement, he not gonna get a hit. Let's just put that out there. He stopped his steroid use. He ain't gonna get a hit. On to other things. We getting to see the last hurrah of the GOAT. One Miss Serena Williams.
Toilette. Don't forget the Serena Williams. No, go ahead.
Don't look.
Is Mika live? Hold on, let me check the stats.
She must still be at work.
Let me tell you something.
She's taking a nap. We all know she's taking a nap.
If we see things start flying, I'm gonna just cut the camera. Don't worry about it.
I'm not that brave. I am not that brave. I'm just messing with I'm not that brave.
So Serena has so far been so good. She's been qualifying or she's been advancing. Do we see her winning the U.S. Open on her way out?
I think she's gonna get it. I hope she get it. Go ahead.
It's a real possibility.
We want to see it.
Yeah, we definitely want to see it.
The realist in me doesn't think it's gonna happen. She won her last match, but I mean, it was she was looking gas. Me and Amir were talking about it in the chat, man. She was looking gas at a couple of points.
2-1 right now.
She's up 2-1.
She's up 2-1. I'm watching.
So
for me, you're right, Fleck. She looked a little sluggish, some tired, but I think she also saved herself in the second set, and then she gassed that girl out in the third set. Now, with that being said, I think she did herself a favor. I'm not saying that she threw it or whatever, but her and Venus lost in the first round yesterday in the doubles. By them not continuing together, that helps her in saving her stamina, moving forward. Obviously, everybody wanted the Williams sisters, obviously to win out because they haven't played with each other, I believe, in 4 years.
Yep.
They were trying to do this one more ride out with Serena, and they lost in the first round, which is okay. But I think that helps Serena moving forward because this is week 1. Starting next week, these games are every day. Week 1 is every other day. Right. Next week, if she gets, which I think she will, then she'll get to the Sweet 16, top 8. That's where it gets a little more difficult because she eliminated her competition, the second seed, in the second round. You know what I'm saying? So that was her issue. So she already eliminated her. So she paces herself, doesn't gas out. Top 8, top 4 is viable. Top 2 after that, definitely we're gonna be rooting for her, but that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So is that a yes she's going to, or no, you don't think she will?
I think the competition is a little bit too hard, not for a Serena, but I think they're just hungrier right now. Those young ladies.
It's not even, they got more gas, and that's my thing. Like, will she have enough gas? Because, like you said, it goes from every other day to every day. Right. The further you advance. So will she have the stamina to be able to?
And 2 more quick things. Coco Gauff right now is looking amazing.
And that girl is awesome.
She's looking amazing.
Coco.
And then two, all these girls she's playing, Serena was their idol. You don't think they want to beat their idol? So these games are going to be harder to come by, or these matches, I just say. You know, it's going to be harder to come by.
Bring their A game.
Serena's going to have to dig deep here. She wants it.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
So let's let's go ahead and keep the train moving. We all want to see it happen. Will it happen? Y'all got to tune in. The NCAA, they announced today that they're looking at possibly expanding.
It's expanding. It's happening. Ain't no possible.
It's happening. It's happening in 2024, 2026.
You get a playoff spot.
To 12.
Get a playoff spot.
12 starting in 2026. It expands to 12 starting in 2026.
So that means, the SEC go have 8 of those spots, and then, we'll have like one for like the Big 12, one for the Big 10.
So they're about to change it to the SEC Invitational. Basically, that's what's about to happen. And of course, Ohio State will have a seat at the table.
Texas,
Notre Dame will have a seat at the table. USC, once Lincoln Riley puts this all together, so that will leave a total of probably about 2 to 3 spots for at large. No, I'm sorry. Clemson will have a seat at the table.
Yep, Clemson.
So
Notre Dame will always have one for some reason.
We already said. Yep, Notre Dame is definitely going to be in there at the table all the time.
So the question is going to come into play. Who from the SEC won't go?
Florida.
Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt. I can say that with a straight face. Vanderbilt.
I don't know why Vanderbilt is. Why we even let Vanderbilt come and play with us?
Missouri.
Hey, for the record, you look a lot better with that helmet on.
You can't take Florida fans nowhere. I swear.
Lord have mercy, sir.
We knew this was a thing. though. He a Titans fan too. We knew this was.
So you gotta. That's a real big special needs mask on that thing.
He wore that on his way to school, y'all. I won't point that out.
You wore that on your way to school,
dude. That is
the Harry Potter of friends. Like we don't talk to him like that.
That face mask is straight punter special needs. That thing was dangerous.
It stopped him from licking.
Should have worn that during COVID.
It stopped him from licking the window, y'all.
Don't lick the window no more. No more lick the windows.
Y'all leave my brother alone. He done nothing to nobody.
So
I love him.
Getting back to this college playoff thing, y'all getting all off topic. I think if they're smart, or I think the way that it was probably agreed upon is that somehow the 5 power conferences, their champion is in. Notre Dame, as long as they're in the top 12, they're in.
Yeah. Yep.
The highest of the group of 5, the group of 5 conferences, they're in. So that'll leave about 5 at-large spots.
And that's all it should have been. It should have just been 6.
Honestly. I mean, I agree with you. I think 12 is too much. I agree.
I know.
For me, it takes away the fun of the regular season for me.
Yeah, because you're going to have to shave off games. You're going to have to. There's no way you could continue in the format you're in right now and think you're going to have a 12-team tournament.
Dude,
not even that. You know what I'm saying? Because like before, you know what I'm saying, one loss, you're kind of shaky. You know what I mean? Now you might see somebody with 2-3 losses in the playoff.
Yes.
No, just Alabama.
Bro.
No. I can tell you right now, you might as well just go ahead and write our name in there every year.
The only thing they're gonna do is take other bowl games, because they got like 119 bowl games now. They're gonna take other bowl games to make them play
now
in
the
games.
Squeegee Bowl is hosting a playoff.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
that's all they go do.
No squeegee, no gas.
Like, why we have so many bowl games? Number one.
Look,
what the hell is the Capital One Holiday Bowl?
Welcome to the hot dog water bowl.
The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. Y'all play too much. Stop it.
Burger King Whopper Junior Bowl.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
you got so much. Right. I'm gonna get a bowl game for Shine Through. It's gonna be a Shine Through.
For everybody that cares, Serena's up 3-2 in the first set.
Awesome.
Welcome to the funniest semifinal.
We'll have an all sports matter bowl.
Some dumbass names.
And it's gonna come from somewhere real ridiculous. It's gonna come from what's a ridiculous state? South Dakota. It's gonna come from there. The All Sports Matter Bowl coming live from South Dakota. We'll go watch
Russell Wilson is in the stands with his 28 bedrooms and 59 bathrooms.
And
no, with his 4 bedrooms,
4 bedrooms,
28 bathrooms,
700,000 bathrooms.
You need 28 bathrooms.
Exactly. Speaking of Russell Wilson,
he got a weak ass bladder. He got a weak ass bladder.
The house so big, it take you a while to get to the other bathroom, so you have to stop when you can. It's like going from New Orleans to San Antonio. It's an 8-hour trip. You got to stop when you can to go to the bathroom. You got to
or from New Orleans to LA.
Who the hell about to drive that? That's a long drive. Now I'm just on plane. That's a long drive. We're not playing them games. Russell Wilson did. I mean, they can afford to buy that because he signed a 5-year, $245 million extension down there with $72 million guaranteed. So, why not spend $25 million?
$165 million.
160.
Yeah, 165. I was looking at the wrong line. Apologies.
You were looking at the Colin Sexton.
You see what I'm saying? We got notes over here. I was looking at the wrong line. I just caught a number and heard and came back to you. That's what we do.
I'm with you. We saving lives out here. We got you.
All over the place. I appreciate it. So yeah,
I have a question for our guest though, since we're talking about Russell Wilson. How happy are you that Russell Wilson is out of the division?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really never worried about Russell.
I did. That's a lie. He lied to you.
When I say I take outside of the year he won the Super Bowl with them, and then the last year they won when they played against the Patriots. The year that I traded you, Tyler Lockett and fantasy was the year that I was losing my faith in Russell Wilson. As far as when he was at Seattle. Now him going over to Denver, that's a totally different story.
I'll tell y'all a secret. He lying to y'all. As a 49er fan, I'm telling you, we worried about Russell Wilson every year because for whatever reason, you could be up on Russell Wilson in the Seahawks, but he go do something in the fourth quarter that's go allow them to win the game.
Jimmy, though, to Tito's defense, he don't watch football. He watches numbers and fantasy. So it's either red zone or bust. I don't think he watches. I just want to throw that out there. That's my boy, Remember that Deion Sanders when he's walking past the dude, he's not even watching the game, he's watching numbers on the phone. That's Tito.
That's half, but no, that's a lie, guy. I do. I like him. I'm glad he got paid and everything. I'm glad he got the division. I was more worried about the Rams.
All right,
hold on, Tito.
Check this out. Since we jumped into this subject, let's go ahead and jump right into the NFC West in the chat that we talk about. We do have another guest that's sitting here waiting in the wings. He's in the green room, as it were. Rob, go ahead and drop that intro on us.
So this young fella here, Serge, this is my guy from back in 2004. We were in the hard streets of Bagram, Afghanistan together, riding around getting it in our assault vehicle. And we have been partners ever since. The amazing and unmatched 49ers fan, Antonio Biggie Small. Yes, he's different.
Hold on. I never heard him do like ever.
He has to unmute his mic.
Unmute your mic, Antonio.
Unmute your mic, small boy.
How do you do something like that? That's a lot of pressure.
I'm trying to figure out how he unmatched. He's a 49er fan, so I'm gonna give it up. But
all right, what's up? You hear me?
What's happening? All right,
yes, sir.
What's up? Nation. All right.
Look, let them know about your fandom, Biggie Small.
Well, been a Niner fan pretty much all my life. I can't knock that. If you want to go all sports, I love all sports all around. 49ers, Washington Capitals, Washington Nationals, basketball. I'm an old school Washington Bullets fan. And motorsports. I love all types of motorsports. I'm a motorcyclist, so I love motocross, motorcycle racing, everything. If you got a motor, I love it.
Right. And who's your college football team there, sir?
Roll Tide, baby.
Rob, don't get him kicked out the room. He just got in. Don't get him kicked out the room.
Roll fucking Tide. That's why.
So my question is, what happened to you?
Yeah, Roll Tide.
What do you mean? What happened to me? I'm drinking Gatorade.
I'm just saying.
Gatorade. Let me get a sponsorship.
You don't roll Tide anything. You rolled your butt to Florida.
Don't put the helmet on. Don't put the helmet on. So we're talking about because we talking about the NFC West. We talking about the professionals, not the Florida window lookers. We're talking about the professionals. The NFC West. How do we see that playing out this year, fellas? Because I have my thoughts on it, but I'm gonna let y'all talk, and then I'm gonna say my piece. But I'm gonna let y'all talk first.
Before you jump to that, Jim, small boy, I want to give you the opportunity to talk about how happy were you to see Russell Wilson take his ass out of your division and go somewhere else.
I was happy with it, definitely, because it definitely freed up that space. Because Seattle's not going to become any competition this year. They're just not going to be any competition. The only thing you got to worry about in NFC East is that on the 49ers and the Rams. Because the Arizona going to do what they did last year, start out strong and fizzle out.
Yeah, after 7 games, Cardinals ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, they trash. So
that's what they gonna,
honestly, my prediction is the 49ers will probably finish anywhere from 12-5, 11-6, and then the Rams will be in that same arena, 11-6, 10-7.
Okay,
that's what I'm thinking. And everybody else, I'm not concerned with.
All right, I'm gonna go to the rest of the panel. I'm gonna start with you, Rob, and then I'm gonna go to Fleck and then Amir, because our other guests just seem to have left us. How y'all see the NFC West playing out?
So one, I think they're gonna start the Trey Lance experience. I don't think it's gonna work out, and I do believe that Trey Lance is gonna end up losing that spot, and Jimmy G is gonna come back. Either he's gonna get injured, or he's not going to have a spectacular season as they are hoping he has. And Jimmy G is going to end up coming back. I do believe that it'll be an either 11-6 or 12-5 for them.
For who?
For the Niners. I think they'll end up 11-6 or 12-5. But I don't believe they will finish at the top. I think if the Rams have all their pieces in place and they play like I think they will play this year, I think the Rams will end up winning the division. Arizona is going to be competitive. I do believe they'll end up 10-7-ish, somewhere around that 10-7 mark. And then that leaves, was that Denver?
What, Denver?
Seattle.
Not Denver. Seattle. I'm sorry. Seattle.
Denver.
Geno Smith. I don't know why I was talking about Geno Smith. Look, that's how bad Geno Smith. I don't even think about him. So it's either Geno Smith, Drew Lock. I'm just saying, sir. What you gonna do, sir? You might as well say Denver, sir. You might as well say anybody, sir, right now. Geno Smith.
Pete Carroll, what, 100 years old?
And Pete Carroll out here smelling like smoke and old dust. So I'm just saying, sir. They don't even matter, sir. That's that team that you have in your division that you know you're gonna get a win at when you play them.
They say Pete Carroll remind him of that dude in Tuscaloosa. That's all I'm saying.
Don't do that.
Hey, before we continue, Tito Mika's now watching.
Ooh, it just got real. Oh, Jesus.
The stakes were just raised, everyone.
Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen. Don't look directly at the screen. Look away from the screen. Look away. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Who got for real?
Where we at? Fleck.
What's up?
How you see the NFC West playing out?
Well, first off, y'all throwing 12, 11, and 10 wins around like it's you get a win, everybody gets a win. No, I don't see any team in that division getting to 12. To be honest.
Really?
And if
you about a hater.
I mean, I know we got nothing but 49ers in here representing.
And you gonna say I don't do numbers, look at numbers.
He's a homer.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about that guy right there.
Top left.
On my screen pointing there. Hold up.
No, your screen is pointing at Tecmo Bowl. That's probably the last time we actually watched the game.
Right. We didn't go off the road.
That guy right there.
I don't see any team in that division getting to 12. And if one of them do, it's going to be the Rams. I don't. I got to see what Trey Lance is before I say the 49ers are going to get 10, 11, 12 wins.
Okay.
Do we know what we got in Trey Lance at this point?
It's a valid
But it's
argument.
It's not
going to
me
always
hating.
be Trey Lance.
I'm not trying to hate. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
a valid argument.
I just don't know what we got in Trey Lance. And Serena's up 4-3, by the way. But
Awesome.
I don't know what we got.
So Flip, before you go into it, let me break down the schedule for you. Their first game. Their schedule is the Chicago Bears, first game. Seattle, the second game.
Victory.
Denver is the third game for the Niners.
W.
Then the Rams.
Victory.
Then they got Baker and the boys are coming on their fifth game. Atlanta, that's an automatic win with the Falcons.
He just counted 6 wins right there.
Then you got Kansas City. You got the Rams again. Then you got a bye week.
You an extra hater.
You got the Chargers in week 10. You got Arizona week 11.
Where?
You got
Mexico. No, the first one in San Francisco. No, the first one in Mexico. The second one in San Francisco.
This is in Mexico. That's the one in Mexico. Then you got the Saints. Saints, their 12th game. The Dolphins is week 13. Tom Brady week 14.
Then
you got Seattle week 15. The Commanders, week 16. The Raiders week 17. And then week 18, you got the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, I stand on what I just said. I don't see them getting the 12 wins.
You were Titans.
12, 11. I don't see them getting the.
We played
11 or 12 wins.
We played the NFC South this year. The team, the division that you said was the worst division.
I'll give you 3 of those wins. I'll give you 2 of those wins because I think where are they playing the Saints at? In San Francisco?
Yes.
Okay. So and y'all are playing Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, we're playing in Tampa Bay.
Okay, so y'all will go 3-1 against the NFC South. I'll give y'all.
You crazy?
Okay,
might go 2-2.
You crazy?
And that's what I'm trying to be because they said I'm hating.
But that's what you playing devil advocate. It's all right.
No, stop. Fleck, you're completely right. Big Rob, you laid out the schedule. Look, I got them anywhere from 8 to 10, and that's me being
generous.
I'm giving you guys because the Raiders is 50-50, the Saints is 50-50. Okay, division-wise, you always got to go with maybe splitting with the Cardinals. You're not gonna beat them twice,
right?
And then the Rams maybe getting one in, maybe.
We beat the Rams both times last year.
It's the Seahawks.
We beat the Cardinals.
Go to the Chiefs, Rams, Chargers, Cardinals, Saints, Dolphins, Tampa Bay. Those are a lot of iffies. You keep saying wins. They're not giving wins to the who hasn't proven anything with a Trey Lance quarterback.
But you still got Johnny G though.
Jimmy G.
Still got Johnny G.
Jimmy G. And I
But-
get that.
But how long do you have him?
I mean Jimmy G. My bad. Yeah.
How long do you have him?
I'm with you.
But
And
You
that's
got him
me
for the
being
rest of the
nice.
season.
Next year.
Wait,
I get it.
Until
That's me
next year.
being nice. And I'm
He's
saying
not
50.
traded.
These games are 50.
He has a no
Not
trade
for
clause. He
you.
don't leave
But
if he
we
wants.
He
definitely
has a no trade clause.
Yeah, he don't leave if he wants to.
Meaning if, let's say, I'm just throwing this out here. Let's say Tom Brady gets hurt. Tampa Bay calls about Jimmy G. Can we get him for the rest of the? He wants to go to Tampa Bay because he feels like that's a Super Bowl roster. You don't think he's gone?
If San Francisco want to trade him, they're not going to trade him. But I think they will as long as they get what they want for him.
And that's what I'm saying. Right now, Trey Lance can be that guy. I'm not saying that he's not because I don't know. I haven't seen enough, but we don't know. So we can't just say, okay, yes, he's going to go into some of these places and beat guys that we know can ball out.
But wait, what you seem to be forgetting is it's not all about the quarterback with Kyle Shanahan. It's about the running game. Kyle Shanahan, he has a quarterback, but he uses the running game more than he uses the passing game. You know that. And what Kyle Shanahan has done, he's game plan, and he's prepped to have running plays and passing plays for Trey Lance, and he's also got things prepped for Jimmy Garoppolo. So Garoppolo's going to play the same way Trey Lance played last year. Things are going to happen like that. It's not all about just who's passing the ball. You got to look at it. The only team in the NFC West that actually got better was the San Francisco 49ers. The other team, you can make the case that the Rams got better by adding Bobby Wagner, but they also lost Von Miller. They lost Odell Beckham. So
they got Allen Robinson. They
picked up Allen Robinson in the playoffs.
Address their problem.
No, you're right. I asked you for your opinion.
How did I see? And then you didn't let me finish.
I thought you were finished. Y'all got into a whole thing.
Everybody, okay, keep going. Go.
You know, y'all had gotten to a whole thing. So I apologize for jumping on you because I didn't want to do that. But that's what I'm saying. So the only team that I feel like has really gotten better, really advanced themselves, has been the 49ers because they added to the secondary that was the Achilles heel last year.
Right.
They still have the top linebacking core in the league. They still have a dominant front seven. They still have great tight ends, a great receiving core. They still have a running back by committee. The only thing that you can point out is you don't know what you have in Trey Lance in the offensive line. That the center position may be kind of iffy. But other than that, they've gotten better.
How can you say only when that's the most important position?
But that's the thing. You just don't know what you have. But that's
what I'm basing my opinion off of, because I don't know what Trey Lance is.
But you have Kyle Shanahan there seeing it. If he's that comfortable to make that change when you still have Garoppolo there, it's got to be something that he sees that everybody else doesn't see, and you won't see it until the season starts.
Are we sure that was his call?
Whose call would it be?
Yeah.
GM, owner, I don't know.
First of all, I want to put this out there. John Lynch is going to be a scapegoat. So anything that happens not great in San Francisco is going to fall on John Lynch. And John Lynch isn't making those decisions, but it's going to fall on John Lynch.
Let me meet you halfway, Jimmy. You're right. They have made improvements. They've gotten better. Obviously, and I'm going to meet you halfway, Fleck. There's that question mark about the quarterback position. Huge. If you have a question mark on the quarterback position, you can't be confident in saying you're going to run through these teams when you got Russell Wilson in Denver, when you got the Rams twice, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Cardinals twice, the Saints, the Miami Dolphins, who's a question mark themselves, got it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they're not a lock for 11-12. They could easily go down to 6 or 7.
Right.
49ers are going to go in week to week with a coin flip. That's all I'm saying. They're good. But are they good enough?
Right. And I'm going to say this. I'm not saying that they're going to run through these teams, but you bringing up the Saints. The Saints, and I'm sitting right here. Every day it seems like somebody else is getting arrested for the New Orleans Saints, or they're trading away players. So you don't know what Saints team is going to get on the field, honestly. You don't know if Mr. Crab Legs is going to be healthy because he's fragile.
Thank you.
Like Mr. Glass. We don't know what's going on with Alvin Kamara. You got the defenses. They're steady getting arrested. They're getting picked off one by one. They traded C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and then the safety that they brought in to replace whoever it was got arrested for aggravated assault with the firearm because he decided to flash a gun at some kids when they were driving down the street on some road rage type stuff. Not to mention, before he got to New Orleans, he got in trouble in whatever city he was already in. So you don't know what Saints team is going to take the field. So that one I can feel kind of confident in saying I do believe that they're going to run through them.
You're talking about one game though.
That's what I said. I feel
one game.
And I preface it by saying I'm not saying that they're going to run through everybody, but I do think they're going to beat the Saints. But I don't totally see it as going as badly as y'all do. I do see 11 wins, 11, 12 wins, but I don't see it going as badly as y'all do.
You said they're not going to run through teams, but then you say that they're going to win.
That don't mean they're going to run through them just by saying they're going to win.
We still have a quarterback with his first year start.
Guys, we have guests.
But
We have guests, guys.
and you have to think about it too. Just like we don't know what we're getting with Trey Lance, the rest of the league don't know what they're getting either.
Right.
All right, you guys' marital problems, leave them off the show, and we're going to move on because let Tito talk about his team. What you got for us, Tito?
I forgot. But no, I'm just joking. I will say that I see where Moore is coming from. I see where Umir is coming from. And I actually been thinking the same thing too. It is his first year starting. First year starting, don't know what the first year is a full starter. He's gonna make mistakes.
Right.
I just hope that they're not that big. Do I think they can get 12 wins? Yes. If he plays good enough, they can get 12 wins. I think it was Big Ben, his rookie season, he got him to the playoffs, right? When his first year starting, Big Ben.
Right. And so did what's his name in what the boy name is in Kansas City? Kermit the Frog.
Mahomes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll go with
it can be done, especially if they're well versed in the offense. He done had all last year to go through it. He's had a full season as training as the starter for this year. And like Bilbo said, we might not understand fully when we get in with him as a quarterback when he's starting for San Fran, but the league doesn't either. They have an idea, but they don't know what they're getting or what they're going up against. And we don't know exactly what we're getting as fans. We'll see when the season starts next week. But I think they can get at least 12. I think it'll actually be two teams from the NFC West to go, which will be St. Louis and San Fran.
It's definitely going
What
to be
team is in St. Louis?
the Los Angeles Rams in San
Los
Francisco.
I think two hosts
No,
play for
Rams,
St.
I'm
Louis.
sorry.
Look, yep, I was like, oh, they brought him back to St. Louis.
Last night.
He moved all the way
Yeah,
Bring him back,
Look out.
baby. Bring him
Look
back.
out the middle of the night.
I'll ask
the old
Antonio
Rams.
this one.
Like the
you know.
old Colts. I mean,
Colts.
I'll ask Antonio this one, and obviously it's just caveat to what you exactly said, Tito. Does his injuries? Are you guys worried about his injuries coming? Is he going to be labeled injury prone? I should say.
Who, Garoppolo?
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily know he had an injury history.
no,
Yeah, nobody knew he was
I thought
injured
he was
until after
100%
the
healthy.
season last year.
I didn't
He wasn't
hear
healthy
nothing about
last
it.
year.
He didn't get hurt last year?
He
No,
did. He broke his
was
finger
hurt
last
the
year.
whole season.
Yeah, he
I
broke
thought he was
he
hurt
broke
the
his
whole
finger
season.
in like the third preseason game last year.
He was hurt last season. That's exactly my question. You think he'll be healthy enough?
I
This
think he'll be
season,
healthy enough.
the
It's just
league,
that
right?
I'm just worried. I'm more worried about him and his jitters than anything. Getting them
Yeah.
bugs out, working those bugs out at that pace. That's my thing.
My thing is,
And that
Shanahan.
Shanahan stays patient with him, and
Yeah.
or you know, and the fans stay patient with him.
Will he end up seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold, or will he be able to propel himself into a good starting position and be the quarterback that they think he can be?
Be that guy.
We're about to find out.
We are.
Hey,
It's kind of hard to fail under Shanahan and Garoppolo. I ain't gonna say I love him to death. I have his jersey and I've never worn it. Never. It just sits there. I've never worn it. Brand spanking new. Not one time.
Hey, don't worry about it. I got a Frank Gore jersey like that. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Let me ask you this question real quick. How do you make diamonds?
Pressure button.
Pressure.
Pressure
On
heat.
cold.
You get that cold, you put that pressure on it. So ain't but two things is gonna happen with him. Either he go crack, he gonna become a diamond, or he just go crazy. So
You gonna shoot out, get off the pot.
but either way, you re-signed, you renegotiated Garoppolo contract to free up some cap space. So if he ain't it, then you still got Garoppolo.
So
You got a well-paid backup.
So
highest
feel
paid
like-
backup in the league.
I feel like he gonna do it.
But if that is up happening, they go back to Garoppolo, then that means Lance is doing real bad. And I don't
Right.
expect it to be that bad.
Yeah,
Shanahan and Lynch, Caton, I don't think they will miss like that on the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think he gonna go that bad, but
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be some trying times. It's gonna be some ups and downs, and we go see what we go see, and it's gonna be fun. I tell you that because I
Trey
know
Lance started 2 games last year.
he did.
Yeah.
He went 1-1.
Started 2 games last year.
He went 1-1.
He went 1-1. Okay, so why are we surprised over his injury concern?
That's what I'm saying, because he played through an injury. Nobody knew he was injured until after the season. Nobody knew about his broken finger because it was just a broken finger. Nobody knew that he was hurt.
And he wasn't necessarily the starter either.
But let's not pretend that a quarterback don't need all him fingers.
Oh no, you 100% right.
I'm
But
just
nobody
gonna
knew
put that
what
out
was
there.
going on, and he's 100% healed now.
At least we think he is.
So let's talk about somebody who does stay injured. Can George Kittle play a whole season?
Ooh,
Yes.
that's a good one. That's a
He
good
gonna
one.
play.
Like that,
Can he? Hold on, fix your face, Jimmy. You just went real fan right now.
Don't come
You
for
are a journalist.
Don't come for
don't journalist a fan. Because as a journalist, you know
with that Kaepernick stuff.
and
he hasn't.
Betts, he is not Kaepernick. He does not throw like Kaepernick. He should not look to run like Kaepernick did first.
It's crazy because they told him that they told Kaepernick that he didn't fit the style that they were trying to play, and then they drafted, somebody who plays sort of like Kaepernick. But to answer your question, Amir, that's something that is kind of fearful, is as whether or not George Kittle will play the whole season, as well as the stable of running backs, because we know every year in the first 2 weeks, the first two running backs go down.
Mm-hmm. It's already threw out Trey Sermon.
Well, I mean, Trey Sermon, we saw that coming. He wasn't worth being drafted in the third round. But, we got Ty Davis-Price. We got some other guys in there, but just hoping that Elijah Mitchell and stay healthy. What the hell happening on SmackDown tonight? But yeah, injuries that they do hurt, and I did look like a fan because I wanted to be a fan and say no, these guys go stay healthy forever. But no, I don't know. I hope George Kittle end up playing the entire season, because I can't remember a time when he has played the entire season and not been hurt at least one game. So,
well, I hope he plays.
Right in, it does it all, and it comes with the territory.
I hope he plays the whole season.
Yeah, JPP is Jeff Wilson. Thank you for that.
Yeah, from a fantasy football stat, I want him to play the whole season.
I feel like Bosa will stay healthy, because Bosa been doing stuff. I feel like I gave him a hard time when he first came in, because his daddy had him on a whole nother level of other stuff on the political side. Now I won't talk about that, but I know
what you're talking about.
I hope he stays healthy.
Everybody knows.
And I'm glad Richard Sherman talked to him and let him know, I will rip your teeth out and if you don't calm yourself down, boy. And they did.
Kittle has played one season, the whole season.
Thank you for that.
His whole career.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, Kittle's career is what, 6-7 years? He ain't been in the league that long.
No, yeah, he hasn't. But he's been hurt though. That's the base of the question.
Right. And you want to see that get turned around. So to Nola Hufanga, that's I want to see him step up, because his cover skills are not where they should be. He got a big hit on him, but his coverage skills are kind of suspect. So we don't need him in coverage. We need him back there waiting to put a hat on somebody. Now, will they get another safety to fill in for Jimmy Ward while he's hurt? Can George Odom do it? I don't know, but somebody will have to.
Yeah,
somebody will have to.
I don't see why we didn't go after none of the free safeties, DBs, and free agency.
Somebody just came open. We can bring him back, because Philly went ahead and cut him right before they traded for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So
I love this show.
But we haven't even touched on any of the other teams in the NFC West, which is what we're supposed to do as sports journalists, fellas, because we sports journalists now apparently. Jaquiski Tart, yeah, we can bring Tart back. So the Cardinals. Fleck, you started out with this. You was talking about this. You man. What's going on with the Cardinals? With the Arizona type Cardinals? You don't know?
I don't know.
I hate you. I hate you so much. So much.
How what's going on with the Cardinals?
What's going on with the Cardinals, Amir?
I say so. Nobody don't talk.
Who are we talking to? I wasn't sure who you were talking to.
I was talking to Fleck, but he don't want to answer me.
It's obvious. What happened? DeAndre Hopkins got suspended. That's the elephant in the room in Arizona. So Can Hollywood Brown be
Oh
the
God,
number
stop
one?
calling that. Stop
Well,
calling that.
they have those issues.
Jesus Christ, that is not no Hollywood son. Call that man by what his name is. His name is Marcus Brown.
Don't act
That's
like
what he
it's
need to put up
Marcus.
some Hollywood
Oh,
numbers
don't
before
be
he
like
get to
that.
Hollywood.
You called him Hollywood.
He was all
You
No.
called him Hollywood a couple
the last few
times
years.
I did not call
when he
him
was
Hollywood.
wearing black and purple.
Yeah,
No,
when
I
he
called him Marcus because he would drop passes
Raven.
that would hit his hands
Well,
and
I
lose
do-
games for us.
I do want to point out
But
he had
I
9 apiece
digress.
and 27 hands.
Exactly. 27 hands. 27. You don't just hand out 27 on Madden, son, for no.
He got 9
But
full
I mean,
speed
man.
and 27
But
hands.
anyway, I digress. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So all right. I see we getting late in the hour.
sound like Brad White.
One through 4, top to bottom, how we see the NFC West panning out. Let's start with our guest first. Antonio, you go first.
49ers, Rams, Cardinals, and then the Seahawks.
Tito.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I ain't gonna lie, but given this is Trey Lance's first year, I say one of the mistakes might pop up against him in one of them games against St. Louis. So just for this year, nah, I'm lying. Fuck it.
Dude say
San Fran, Seattle, Cardinals. Did I say Seattle? Seattle
Yeah.
dead last. I'm sorry. Seattle
Yeah,
dead
no,
last. Geno Smith, Ruda Baker, Waterboy, whoever they got starting at quarterback, he ain't gonna make it.
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, telekinesis. They need Jesus, actually. They need to see if they could draft the Lord.
This boy said they need to draft the Lord.
Not the
Fix
entire.
it, Jesus.
All right.
Fix it, Jesus.
Somebody said Gary, stop drinking.
I was gonna say, man, whatever you drinking over there, son, it is very potent.
So 49ers, St. Louis, Cardinals.
What do you get St.
Why
Louis
do you keep
St.
saying
Louis.
St. Louis?
They're in
They
Las
moved
Vegas.
last night.
They moved back. Oh, all right.
They moved last night.
We need to be in St. Louis because that's when we.
Man,
can
I
beat
don't
them
know why I
for
keep saying St. Louis. But hey, y'all knew what I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about. I got you.
real. All right. Fleck.
Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks.
Damn. Cardinals.
Oh my God,
Amir.
Jesus!
It's the Rams win the division. I'm not gonna say hands down because we got to see where Stafford's elbow is. Something we haven't really that hasn't really been addressed. We'll see him this Thursday. I was gonna play Buffalo, but as long as Stafford's healthy, obviously the Rams are number one. At 2, the schedules get me. You know, yeah, I will put the 49ers at number 2. I think they'll be better coached. I think, but obviously if Trey Lance starts struggling, Arizona easily can be a number 2. Those teams will be decided like one game apart. You know, 49ers, Arizona. So I'm looking at 8-9, 9-8, 10-7, you know, around anywhere from 7 to 10. Those guys will be one game apart. Issue is, do you trust Trey Lance? The 49ers trust Trey Lance, you know, and how many games would they give him before Jimmy G is brought in there? Murray's going to be Murray. He'll probably start off fast. Like we said, it's no surprise. He'll fall off. But Hopkins coming back after he falls off might help him. You know, might build his confidence a little bit. So Arizona is a wild card to me. It really is a wild card because they did build a team out there. They really did. They got weapons outside of Hopkins. It all depends on can they put it together. And Geno Smith is to start out there in Seattle, but they can have Metcalf and lock it all they want. But Geno Smith is just another Teddy Bridgewater, another game manager without really that arm, unfortunately. So that's where I'm at.
All right. Rob.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Amir and everybody else who said that the Rams finish in the first spot. Trey Lance, I hope it works out for him. I really hope Trey Lance has a great season, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna say the Niners in the 2 spot. I really believe this whole division is going to be very close between the top 3, between the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Niners. The Cardinals will finish 3rd, dependent on how they are when DeAndre Hopkins comes back after his suspension. So I'll give them 3rd, and of course, Pete Carroll and his band of Misfits, Misfit Toys, they'll be in the last slot. So,
all right, I'm taking. I want to take the 49ers to win the division. I do. Because of what I said earlier, they're the only team I feel like has gotten better in the NFC West. I do feel like the Rams are still the same team that they were, and they still have Matthew Stafford. So I don't feel like they'll be far off. So I feel like it will come down to the last game of the season and a tiebreaker for who takes the division. I want to say the 49ers are going to win, and right now I'm going to stand on it and say the 49ers take the division, but it could be a toss-up. We all know Seattle's going to come in dead last. I don't think Seattle's going to win more than 4 games.
The Lord.
And and the Arizona, I feel like Arizona's going to win either 8 or 9 games this year, but they'll, and because they play the 49ers the last game of the season, that's why I say it'll come down to that game as far as who wins, because the Cardinals will be at that point trying to play spoiler, and the 49ers historically have been terrible against the Cardinals when the Cardinals are trying to spoil something. So I feel like it could come down to that, and it could very well be the Rams jumping over the 49ers with that game. So for right now, I'm going to stand by saying 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks. Or it can change. It always does. So we'll see how it plays out.
Let me throw this out there. When y'all brought up DeAndre Hopkins being gone for the first 6 games, Kyler Murray needs that dude. I understand he got Brown down there, Chico Brown, Hollywood, and Dante, but he needs that dude off suspension bad. I had him last year in fantasy. He didn't rock too well without him.
Now
those numbers.
He never does.
So, question: Do you
Pay
think
attention to stats?
Do y'all think AJ Green will step up?
I mean, he might want to.
Hope him to.
As long as he's healthy.
Number 2, but I think his days of being number 1 might be behind him.
It's going to be the same thing for me as far as Julio Jones, AJ Green, these guys that we've, admired as number 1 wide receivers. Obviously, the time has passed them. These nagging injuries have brought him down some. AJ Green showed last year that he can still catch the ball and make those plays. Is he number 1? Of course not. He is not. But they don't need him to be. They do have weapons. They do have a running game. They if Cliff Kingsbury, whoever the offensive coordinator, which I don't know right now, makes the game easy for Kyler Murray, then they're going to be all right. Like I said, Kyler Murray comes out fast. We know that every season. Then he falls off a cliff. We get it. This year's going to be a little bit different, I believe, because he'll come out fast again with his running game. He runs more early in the season. And then Hopkins will come later on in that game 7 game. I think they got a bye, game 7. But they come game 8. Hopkins comes around and he's like, hey, let's throw now. Let's get this. It's going to be better. So the West is going to be different. It's going to be weird because there's a lot more questions than answers. That's the whole division, honestly. Right. That's the whole division. There's a lot more questions than answers in that division.
Is Kyler Murray going to watch tape, though? Is he going to watch film? Is he going to do his study? Because they took it out of the contract. It was in the contract. They took it out. So it's I just can't wait for next week to get here because, preseason was cool and all, but They wasn't playing the people that we needed them to play, and they wasn't showing what we needed to see.
Let's not forget the Ravens are preseason champions.
As always. But
Hey,
they can't seem to scratch the itch during the season with all them tight ends.
Whoa, let that
Like being champion of the Taco Salad Bowl, ain't it?
Whoa.
Like saying
What
you're
are we
the tallest
doing?
midget.
That's a bowl game.
Taco Salad Bowl.
Taco Salad.
Let's fall back. Fall back off the Ravens now. Let's get off that. Just saying. Y'all have a couple good seasons, son. Don't start throwing dirt at the ball.
Also,
Fall back now. Let's get
will
off
we see anything happen to Aaron Donald for swinging them helmets?
Not a goddamn thing. Should nothing happen to him.
We would have heard.
And whoever says something should happen to him, Ramona, nothing should happen to that dude. That happens in practice all the time. People get heated, they fight, things get thrown. But as soon as they see it, they want to jump out there and talk about, hey, do so too. Little people alone let their ass practice.
So that's a good question that was just brought up. We won't be back until after the season officially starts. Thursday night football. Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Who we got?
I got the Rams.
Rams?
I got Buffalo.
Defense.
I got Buffalo.
I got the Rams because of the defense.
I got Buffalo because I think Josh Allen is going to lose his mind this season, and that offense is going to be clicking on cylinders out of this world. And that defense is still not the easiest defense to get by. Buffalo's defense is really good.
I want to take Buffalo because I feel like they have too many receivers for the Rams defense to try to take on.
We still need a survivor pick from Fleck. I don't know if he disappeared or not, but he said he was going live to do his week one pick, and we need to hear it today. I don't know where he at, but he ain't running. We want that pick from Mr. Two Belts. Oh, there he is. Don't run, sir. We need your pick. You said
you're
doing
your name, sir.
What am I picking?
Your name, sir.
Your week one survivor pick. Then you say you're gonna pick it live.
Did you see it? You see that?
I'll post it.
My man, I'm proud of you, boy. I'm proud of you. I like the way you done that.
What's for your pick? That's crazy.
Hey.
I haven't looked at the schedules, so I haven't looked at any of the games, so I don't. Who do you want me to pick?
Boy, you moving like a young Mike Tyson, boy. Ducking and weaving. I like it.
You gotta stay with this one team for the entire season.
No.
No,
I can't
pick the same team again.
Or you just can't pick them.
You just can't pick the same team again.
All right, hold on.
All right, NFL Survivor.
I'm gonna look at the schedule.
NFL Survivor.
I'm gonna look at the schedule.
You cannot pick the same team twice. Once you pick them, they're gone. Got to move on to another team. So no, you cannot pick the 49ers for all 17 weeks, sir.
Tito.
Yeah, I understood inside what he said to me. I just was doing homework. I ain't gonna lie to you. Forgot about it.
I'm only picking the 49ers the week they play Atlanta.
Or Chicago.
which is week one.
I can't.
I'm about to say that's week one.
Only when they play Atlanta.
So my week one pick is the Colts over the Texans.
Oh, that's big.
That's a one right there. I'll take that. I like that. Y'all heard it right here first.
Yeah.
That's who we picking because I like that pick. Rob, what you got for us?
So since we are in the spirit of the conference, the NFC West, there's one player from your 49ers team that recorded a 20-catch game. Who is that player? And it's not the GOAT.
No, it ain't Jerry Rice.
There's one player that caught 20 passes in a game.
20 passes in the game.
Yeah. 49er fans, who is it?
I didn't know the 49ers threw the ball 20 times.
Well, they don't now, but they did some other folks. When they had the likes of John Taylor and Terrell Owens and J.J. Stokes.
Well, and that's who did it, T.O.
So, yep, there you go. T.O. caught 20 passes in 2000 in a game.
I was just get ready to say T.O., but Google going to throw Debo Samuel and Kittle out there.
I don't know why they do that.
But I got a second part to the question. He caught 20 in a game. Who was he playing?
In 2000?
Yeah.
The Cowboys?
That would have been my guess. But
Tennessee? Hold on.
Nope. I know the answer.
Hold on.
I went
And look, don't you
I
say
know the
one
answer.
word, Fleck, because I know you know. I can see it in your face, you know.
I watched
ready
that
for
game.
us
That's
to-
why I know.
He like, I'm ready
me
for
too.
it.
Houston Oilers.
Nope.
Nope.
It's not
Yeah.
a team that any of us are a fan of.
Mm-mm.
Nope. It sure is not.
I watched
And
it.
honestly-
That's why I remember.
And it's a team you wouldn't even think of. Back then,
Okay.
giving up that many catches, you wouldn't even
Right.
thought
The
of it.
St. Louis Rams.
It's an NFC team.
It's the NFC team. Let me know when y'all want me to give you the
Like
answer.
Carolina
It's
Panthers.
an NFC North team.
Yeah, it's a North team.
You just Google it. You cheater.
No, I watched
he
that
watched,
game.
he watched the game. He saw it.
He did.
Saw it
He
live.
watched it. He
Oh, is that a
remembered.
Green Bay?
Nope.
No, nope, not Green Bay. Just let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead, give it. Go ahead, give it.
It's the
Stop
Chicago
Bears.
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 God dang it.
The
I agree,
Chicago
bro.
Bears.
Too.
I was
He
scared
caught-
to say
he caught-
Chicago, though.
He caught 20 passes against the Chicago
That's when
Bears.
they had Erlang.
That's what Debo got to do week 1 for the 49ers to beat the Bears.
He might want
Look, if
to.
he know what's good for him, he better.
He might want to. But Brandon Ayuk still over there. They say he coming up, so we gonna see what he do.
Right.
We're
We gonna see
he
what
do.
Brandon Ayuk do. Rob, what we got for sponsorship?
Look, found a nice little cognac at the Total Wine. And hopefully they'll be able to bring us in and give us some nice sponsorship. Very good vanilla flavor, very smooth, easy to drink. Didn't have to pair it with anything. No need to put it on ice or chill it or nothing. Very good cognac. And if you see us out there, sir, please bring us in. We'd love to have some sponsorship money.
Yo, what is that?
What's the name of it?
It is. You're not gonna do that. I'll put it in the doggone chat. Yes, sir.
All right.
You're
I
not
take
gonna
It's
do
French.
It's French.
It is very
It's
French.
French.
It's voulez-vous le chez avec quoi?
I got it.
It's doing that. Well, we appreciate y'all jumping on here with us. We appreciate y'all taking time out of y'all Friday nights. We know some people like football, some people like basketball, some people like baseball, while others like volleyball, boxing, and NASCAR. But here, remember, all sports matter. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you for having me.